Our next guest has helped raise generations of children all over the world.
That's right, a Latina legend from the Bronx who graced our TV screens for more than 40 years, and now she's sharing her story on the big screen.
I applied to Hofstra, Carnegie Mellon, only because I wanted to get away from the house. So I wanted to go to way away. And Cornell.
Ma, I got into college.
¿Cómo?
Get up, come on.
Ay, Dios mío.
¿Sí? Una beca, una beca.
¿Dices colegio? Mi hija.
Yes.
Y una beca también. Carnegie Mellon, where's that?
Pittsburgh. It's in Pennsylvania.
And what are you going to do there?
I'm gonna act.
Una beca, a scholarship. She acted her way into our hearts and into history. That's a clip from the documentary Street Smart, Lessons from a TV Icon. So please help us bring una bienvenida bien fuerte a the trailblazer, actress, 15-time Emmy Award winner, Sonia Manzano. I gave you the Citi Field welcome. Now
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So great to see you.
Thank you very much.
Alexa.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So wonderful. No, sit there, because that's how you're going to get your close-up.
Okay, right here.
Because clearly you were aging in reverse.
You look amazing.
Thank you. It's that Muppet makeup I wear. They don't change either.
Not the Muppet makeup.
Right.
I actually do want to know, and maybe you don't have an answer. Was there a favorite Muppet that you worked with on the show?
Absolutely. I always say that I left the show in 2015 because 44 years was long enough for me to wait for Oscar the Grouch to propose. He's my favorite puppet of all time.
I love that.
Yes, thank you.
I love it. So you have really welcomed us. We feel like your family, and I think that's the case for a lot of Americans, people across the globe. Now you're turning the tables a little bit. Film, stage. Why now?
Well, I'm very excited. I left the show in 2015, as I said, but I still had a lot of creative energy. So I started writing books, and that went very well. I wrote Becoming Maria, Love and Chaos in the South Bronx, which is a memoir, and that's kind of gave birth to this documentary that is premiering this weekend. And it's remarkable. I saw it. I know how I feel about myself, but when somebody does a documentary about you, it's how they feel about you and how they see you. And I was very moved that people accused me of, said all these nice things about me.
Look at you, accused you.
Or, said these nice things about me, and how people saw the progression of my life on this.
On the screen.
On the screen. I have to give a lot of kudos to Ernie Bustamante, who's the writer and the director of it, who wanted to put a picture to the memoir, and frankly, not too many people were interested in doing it in other forms. But I said, I have an idea, let's quit. This is really hard. And he did not want to do that. He kept going, and he, got people behind him to support the documentary.
You didn't go that far to just go that far, Sonia.
But I just want to give credit where credit is due. And he, I was just, I showed up and talked about myself, and he kind of, put all of the pieces together in this documentary. There's enactments, there's a little animation in it, which is, documentaries are this new form, and I was very sad. An animation in a documentary about me.
Welcome to 2025, mija. This is
I know, but then I just saw a documentary on Dick Cheney, and I think there was a little animation
Roberto
on that.
Clemente, there's animation. See, you're a trailblazer in more ways than one.
Yes. And speaking of being a trailblazer, you had kind of a turbulent childhood.
Yeah.
What was it like bringing that experience into the film?
I felt that I've always thought the best way to be is myself. And that was that was part of my life. And I think that people always say, you've overcome a terrible childhood to do this. And I feel you bring that childhood. It is because of that childhood that you're able to do this. So you shouldn't leave it behind.
Yeah.
And so I thought if I could offer anything, it's that story.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that, I'm dropping names now.
Please do.
Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
Yeah.
Another Boricua from the Bronx.
Right.
Yeah.
The other Sonia from the Bronx. And says it very succinctly at the end of the documentary.
The documentary, which we will have to watch to hear exactly what she says. I want to go back to Sesame Street. Yesterday was the 56th birthday of Sesame Street.
Woo! Happy birthday.
More importantly, did Oscar call you? I mean,
No,
are you
I'm
on
afraid-
speaking terms?
No, he's on my mind.
He's on-
though, yeah.
Come on, Oscar, pick up the phone.
And with budget cuts being done to public television, which is like a sucker punch to so many of us who really grew up on it and who really, that was our way of connecting to each other, to current events. Thank goodness Sesame Street has found a second home on Netflix. What are your thoughts on all of this?
Well, it's wonderful that it continues. It's the show that simply, cannot be killed, and it's just touched the hearts and minds of the American public in such a way that it continues to live. I'm sorry that PBS obviously is not being funded. PBS is free. The best things in life are free, and PBS is one of those things. And so I'm glad that it's still going to be shown on a free distributor like PBS.
Yeah, it's no longer federally funded, but the volunteers, people like me, I upped my subscription.
Yes.
$1, even just one more dollar.
Even just a little bit really does help.
Yeah. It does. Now, back to the documentary. What do you want people to walk away with after seeing it?
I think that I hope that people who see it realize that it's not about trying to be somebody else or trying to climb a ladder and mimic what you think are other successful people, but really find what you are. There's something to be said about not having footsteps to follow, as I didn't.
Right.
You paved the way.
Right. Nobody paved the way, but you can make your own way if you don't have your own way, if no one paves the way. So I certainly hope that they come away with that. I think that I brought that to Alma's Way, my PBS
we love
show.
Elaine Del Valle and Summer Castillo and all those folks.
Oh,
we love them.
that crew.
We know the crew. We know the crew.
Yes,
That's right.
yes. Well, they are very supportive, and I think that people do want to know about other cultures. I know that because of their reaction to Alma's Way, and they don't like to be beat over the head with it.
Right.
But they are open.
We're going to pause there because we're going to pick up that exact sentiment a little bit later on in the show when we have our roundtable discussion. But thank you for telling us about the documentary, celebrating Sesame Street, and just hanging out with us this morning.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Sonia, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.